it will have to be a little bit smaller, like these two.
Oh man.
But I can still use this.
Okay, well let's see if we can find a smaller one. I thought I would just get on here and right before we get ready to go and get something to eat, I make a plan of different topics I would like to record videos about. I do that for both my vlog channel and then my homeschool channel. And lately I find myself waking up and being really flustered with the plan that I've made. A lot of times I stop and I think to myself, like, what am I doing with these vlogs? You know, I am naturally a very, very, very private person. So I find it really interesting that I'm even doing this. But I really have done it to face some fears. I do believe that there's a difference between privacy, true privacy, and sharing and being in relationship. We're supposed to be in relationship with one another and to share our experiences with one another. But at the same time, there are certain things that you do need to keep private. But I do think for fear of something that should be private being public, you just shut down and choose to make everything private. And then that way you don't run the risk of giving out too much information or giving too much of yourself. And I think that I definitely fall into that, and I want to work on that because I think that life is meant to be shared with one another, and that is how we learn and grow. And so yes, there are things that need to be private, but a lot of the things that we consider private are really not private. They're just part of life that we're all going through, and we'd be so much better off if we would actually share those things with one another, and then we would realize that we're really not so different. You know, I just want to do a better job sharing naturally because that is what this was supposed to be for, and I don't want to put too much thought into what I'm recording. A lot of times I get really stuck up on the numbers of subscribers and likers and commenters and things like that, and why it's not growing or whatever. But I really was just thinking about that this morning and realizing that I don't want something, you know, prematurely. I don't want to be given certain things at times where I can't handle them. And I feel like God knows best when you've grown enough to be able to handle something. So I'm grateful for my small growth on our channels, and I think that's an ugly trap that we get into, that we want to that success equals you growing in numbers quickly or exposure quickly. And I want to not do that. You know, I started saying the prayer of Jabez every morning just to keep myself from falling into that trap. And the prayer of Jabez says, Lord, that you would bless me indeed, that you would enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me, and that you would keep me from evil. And so I've been saying that every morning, and more I realize what it actually means, and I'm grateful to have that prayer to stand on, because I do want him to bless me, and I do want my territory to be enlarged. You do want to help people in a good way, you know. So the big numbers is not about the number, it's about the impact. It's about actually making a difference and knowing that you're doing a good thing in life, you know. And so I do want him to enlarge my territory at the appropriate time. And I want to have genuine relationships, and I want to do things with a good heart, and I want to have good intentions. And the reality is that a lot of times I may not have good intentions. I think it's so important for us to check ourselves with every single thing that we do to say, why am I doing this? You know, and if the answer is not right, you shouldn't be doing that yet, you know? I feel like there's a shame in admitting that your intentions are not right, but I think that's something that we experience all the time. Like, am I doing this because I want to be seen, or am I doing this because I genuinely want to, you know, be a part of this, you know? And I think that's something we have to check within ourselves. So I'm looking forward to my growth in doing these videos, both on the homeschool channel and on our regular channel, and just being authentic and sharing the lessons that I'm learning as I'm growing older and as I'm experiencing things in life, because I believe there's freedom in that. So anyway, here's another spiel. My kids are hungry. They gave me a second to go ahead and get this off my chest. And I do like having these conversations while they're around, because even though they're playing, they're listening, and they grab a hold on every lesson that I learn. As long as I'm open and I share with them, they learn it too. And I really love that about homeschool and us, you know, being in such close proximity. I used to think that was a bad thing, like, oh, they see all of my flaws, they see all of my mess. But when they see all of my flaws and all of my mess, if I address it properly, then they will learn as well. And so that is one of the major things I love about homeschooling. Anyway, but I think they're getting antsy now and they're ready to go and eat. They're hungry.
I can look at my nose.
That's disgusting. Anyway, we're gonna go and eat. Say hi, guys.
Hi. Hi.
All right, let's go.
The sign that says Texas. It will lead you right to Texas.
Okay, so he's working on his Lego City, and so he wants stickers to be able to put in his Lego City. So we were trying. Oh, Cameron.
Oh, it will have to be a little bit smaller, like these two.
Oh man.
But I can still use this.
Okay, well, let's see if we can find a smaller one. Oh, so we're in Michael's now, and of course we're just browsing around, and we're in the sticker aisle because Cameron wanted to find stickers for his Lego City. But like stuff like this makes me super happy, but I always like pass it by because I'm like, it's a sticker, Syreena. You have other bills that need to be paid and all this other stuff. But I think what I'm gonna do is, I've been wanting to do this for a while, and that is to start a Faithbook. And I think these stickers would be great to go inside of my like Faithbook journal or whatever. That is nice. I like that. Let me see that.
I can make the Statue of Liberty with this.
You can. I think I want to teach the kids how to make Faithbooks with me. Okay, so let me focus so we can get a few things for us to start our Faithbooks with. That's what we're doing today, is starting Faithbooks.
So Cameron's soccer practice is done. Got the kids home, kids in bed. Then I have a couple nights a week football night. So obviously not like it was back in college. I get to play every day. But I got 2, maybe 3 if I'm very, very lucky to play ball. So after the kids are in bed, everything's done. Get a chance to get out and run. So I try not to miss it. So I have to go in here and for the next 2 hours, play a little pickup.
I'm already winded. I did my insanity workout last night, and I'm back out here again, getting a walk in like this.
Mommy.
What?
So fast.
Okay, go faster. So now I figured I might as well get out here and go with my momentum. We can finish up our schoolwork, out on the bike trail and then let them kind of explore and take notes of different trees and leaves and signs of the seasons changing. So that's what we're doing. You see the water, honey bear? So we're spending some time in the bike trail, taking a walk, just looking at some of the signs that the seasons are changing. How can you tell that it's now becoming fall? So we're out here finishing up school.
We don't know how to do it.
Kendall's doing science. She